Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this live stream with Mr. M.
How you doing, man?
Oh, how you doing,
Friday.
man? Happy Friday, man. Oh,
We can finally play this.
It's Friday
man.
then.
Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday, and Saturday, Sunday, what?
Been waiting all week to push that button.
You know, we need to get a few more like Greta's, like, how dare you?
Yeah, that's
Right?
definitely has to be there. Yeah.
Or like the other one. Right. We should write this down.
Yeah.
Let's write it down here, right here on the notes.
I'll take a note. Yeah.
Yeah, so because we're gonna forget, right?
Yes.
So here I forgot. You know what? I forgot this note here.
Sounds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sounds fine.
Okay, so the first one is Greta.
Greta,
How dare you?
how dare you?
Yeah.
And what is the other one?
The right.
Right. Right. Yeah. So if you guys can like give us some good ones to add to, we will appreciate that, right? You can give us some feedback on which ones we can add to our soundboard because we've got a lot of space here, right? And it's just
Stupid.
not to add some more, right?
Oh, the para pa pa pa.
No, yeah, exactly. McDonald's,
The
write that
jingle.
down.
Yeah, McDonald's. We can play the jingle. Ta-ra-ta-ta-ta. I'm loving it.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Because we're gonna need that for whenever we buy these stupid meme coins. But I got some good news.
Ooh,
Wait until the meme coin section. We got some really good news for everybody that's joined that was watching yesterday. Man, that was
fun. Yeah,
That was fun.
This could be fun. It could go lower. Good one. It could go lower. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, yesterday was jokes. I was laughing on the way back home, thinking about the mama.
I know exactly.
The mama talking.
I was like crying.
Jokes.
Damn. Oh, alrighty. With that said, man, hit the like, man, hit the subscribe if you're loving the jokes, right? Because hey, man, this is lots of fun, and it would be a lot more fun if you guys participate. I know looking up here is not. This is not fun. This is not fun, and that is just what the.
That's another one. What the? Yeah, that's another sound. Yeah, but look, we crashed to 104. I'm okay with it. You know, it's not as bad as, I mean, it could go lower.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Wow.
hang in there, guys. Hang in there. These two will pass.
You know what needs to happen? A meme coin called MILF Loader.
Write it down.
The MILF Loader. MILF Loader.
$1 million idea.
Yeah, exactly. It's just pregnant ladies, right?
Yeah. Okay.
We got our next meme coin, dude.
There you go. $2 billion market cap.
Exactly. Boom.
Yeah. How deep this time? Yeah, it's pretty deep. But yeah, this too will pass, right? So it's a good time to suck sats.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end
All
of the
right.
day.
So let's go on to hitting subscribe here and on Mr. M's channel, and let's get on with it.
Nice. I'm going to upload a new video tonight, by the way. I'm excited about it. Coming down the bro after he bought Bitcoin at 110 this week.
Yeah. Your Hopium, thanks to the Hopium that we've provided in the news, makes you feel like this after buying the Bitcoin top, local top.
The sound. Spot on. This is actually remarkable.
Yeah. Yep.
It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be high. It's gonna be high.
It's gonna be alright.
Damn.
That's exactly the feeling, right?
Especially this account want 10x leverage though.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. But hey,
No
look,
stop loss.
no stone protection. Yeah, that's then you end up like the camel. But look, we got a couple of bullish charts as always because we have Hopium for days, right? And I think it's called hash ribbon has flashed, And historically speaking, when these indicator flashes, it's a good time to buy.
Yeah, well, what the hell? Look when it flashed here. Just keep this in mind. It flashed here whilst it was up, and then it went FU, and then it went up.
Yeah.
Right? Flashed here, then it went FU, then it went up. Flashing here.
It could go higher.
Let's put in the magnifier and let's see what the magnifier. At least it's got the last time it was there. So we zoom in a little bit there, right, and then scroll over. Yeah, you can see it was at the top, close to the top where it flashed, right, close to the top. So you hear it was like topping out, it was pumping, and then over here it was pumping, and no.
Yeah, exactly. But I like this comment. Crazy times when 104 feels like a crash. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a crash for Hans, right? It's not even a crash, guys. Come on.
No, exactly. If you've got like diamond hands, it's not a crash. It's like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's $6,000. What is this? It's not even a correction. It's just like, okay, if we would have gone to 80,000, I would have gone, okay, well, we crashed. But 110, 104, really? I mean, how much is in percentage?
5%.
I mean, 5%.
Not even.
Come
Not
on.
even.
Come on, okay, how dare you? How dare you call this a crash?
It's like,
Bruh.
I know, right?
crash. Bruh.
Bruh.
I mean, if you're a new person in crypto, you probably freak out now. But it's 4%, guys. I mean, come on. We've seen it before. I wouldn't worry much. And look at this. Boom. Potential inverse head and shoulder. I mean, this could play. This could play. I don't think the market has stopped yet. So there is another leg to maybe 150, maybe 180. I don't know. Difficult to say. Summer could be calm. Summer could be sideways. Summer could be boring. I don't know. Maybe we could correct a little bit more.
Yeah, just keep in mind, right? The market can remain irrational because it is irrational for Bitcoin not to be pumping right now longer than you can stay solvent. Right?
Yeah.
And why is that? Why does this a Keynesian economics, right? Keynes say that. Why did Keynes say that? Right? It's because, right? He understood the printer press completely. That means there's people out there who could print money and make things happen. You can't. If you understand that concept, you'll know that when the market is supposed to be moving one way, like upwards, because all of the fundamentals point that way, and it continues to go down, is because somebody with a printing press can make that happen. Right? That's how it works. And it doesn't matter if he takes losses. He's printing the goddamn money. Simple as that.
Yeah, indeed. We have a bunch of bears in the chat, which is nice. Crash just started. Relax. This is the road to 93. Okay, guys. I mean, yeah. I guess time will tell if the market has stopped, which I strongly disagree. This is not the end of the bull market, but hey, that's my opinion. It's worth what it's worth. But yeah, I can see a bunch of bullish signs in the chart. We could retest some lower ground. Yeah, sure.
Let me get that tank, or let me take the tank off of you, right? Jesus. You want a little bit of his hopium, guys?
I have plenty.
He's got plenty.
Plenty of hopium. Plenty of hopium. And by the way, we don't even know if things are going to escalate bad. We don't even know how Bitcoin is going to react. Just saying, right? Just saying.
Well, I mean, now that Bitcoin's down and everything else is down, you know how the dominance looks like, right? I mean, it's just dominating.
Yeah, it's Bitcoin season.
Yeah, it's what dominance will go up more when Bitcoin goes down, right? Because you know how the alts react.
Oh yeah,
10 times worse.
Slow trend. Yeah, exactly. So they'll feel way more than Bitcoin is feeling it. But again, there are a bunch of interesting charts we can look at. Of course, there is Plan B with his chart. There is also the power law. I have another chart after, which is interesting and shows where indeed we could go for this bull market. Again, I still believe we have another leg up. We are still following the M2, right? The M2 is indicating another pump, which I expect, because so far we've been following these to the T. Again, we could correct down to whatever, maybe low 90s, but that wouldn't stop the bull market, I don't think. We're going to pump through and potentially finish, I think, close towards 200,000 by the end of the run. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the most fundamental choice for Bitcoin. Just keep in mind, right? Someone could say, listen, to just keep in mind, right? Coinbase does not prove its reserves. Someone can pay Coinbase enough money, right? Because printed money, to say, you're going to look the other way. And if you don't, right? You see, there's somebody else that I could pay this money to that could help you look the other way. So either you take this money and look the other way, or I pay somebody else to help you look the other way.
Either way, you're gonna look the other way.
You're looking the other way.
Tyrell, what's up, brother? It's good to see you, man. We need to have Tyrell on the show. He's killing it with the memes, man. He's doing live streams like non-stop. I tune in every now and then, so I'll send you a ping, bro. Hope you are well. It's good to see you on the show. Yeah, so they will indeed look on the other side, right? It's inevitable. Inevitable.
Exactly.
All right, this is the one I wanted to show you earlier. Okay, so again, this is just, guys, remember, those are just numbers. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So I would encourage you to stay flexible either way. Because when you say, this has to happen, this must happen, you're getting smacked in the face.
Exactly, yeah.
Keep your mind open to any
possibilities,
right? Stay flexible. They say, in Japan, they say the bamboo, the flax is stronger than the oak. That is rigid. So stay flex as the bamboo, right? But this could indicate a 160,000 on the map, which
has to happen.
Must happen. Oh, that was class. That was class. That was class. Yes, must happen. Has to happen. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say after this.
Oh, damn.
It's 100% going to happen.
Yeah.
It's no other chance, right? How do you feel about all those mathematical power laws and all these things? Like, do you buy into anyone specifically, or is more like a rainbow of indicators?
I mean, Bitcoin's young and stuff like that, so all these what's it called? Models are still relatively new. And most time when people put together models, like for example, long-term capital management put together a model to create, their selling of derivatives or actually what's it called, puts and calls, or what's it called, options, right? So they were making a lot of money from options, and then other people were making money from those options as well. And their model only went far back as up to 1980, before the 1987 crash.
Okay.
And they just didn't bother to check if it would survive that.
They just left it. Yeah.
So effectively, these models, right, don't take into account for what's called tail events, tail risk, right? So that's all. Just keep that in mind. So let's just say, and tail risks on either side. Let's just say, right, the government, you see that the AI systems are now telling you, right, before they weren't, that Bitcoin is not, what's it called, quantum safe. Everybody's talking about the quantum, it's not quantum safe, it's not quantum safe, it's not quantum safe. They're hitting you over the head with it over and over again with that narrative, right, to get people to believe something that's false, right? And so if they're doing that, they could put together a false flag, because we've seen false flags like and so they could put together a false flag saying, oh my gosh, we have solved this in 1 hour. The Bitcoin, what's it called? Encryption, right? I can't remember the encryption protocol. Jesus, my mind's dropping. But anyways,
It's Friday, man.
yeah. So they come up with this BS, right? And then the market tanks, right? Bitcoin tanks, and you have to be ready for that, right? That's called a tail risk event, right? Where they screw you guys that way, and another way, right? Which is another tail risk, right? Which is a tail risk you guys want to have happen, of course, because you're fully long. Is that the U.S. dollar collapses, right? That's a tail risk event, right? And if that dollar collapses and you're holding ETF, well, that's one tail risk event that you're going to be like,
Good luck with that.
yeah, exactly. You're going to be bent over.
Is it SHA-256?
No, that SHA-256 is the what's it called? That's a hashing algorithm, not an encryption algorithm. SHA-256 hashes, meaning that it's a one-way encryption. It goes from SHA-256 takes the data and gives you a result, but you can't take the result and give you back the original data, right?
Okay, that's the one that
That's a
the
hash.
quantum computer is going to...
No.
No?
Hashing is different.
Okay.
It's totally different. You can't crack hashing.
Okay.
It's,
Good.
The reason why is because there isn't enough data in the resulting value to go back to the original data, right? So you can't take a resulting hash, the result hash, and come up with the actual value unless the actual value is short, right? So let's just say I take the word the, right, and hash it through the 256 algorithm. Well, how long will it take a computer to figure out it's the word the? Well, they just have to go through all the letters.
Yeah.
Combination of the letters. Hash that, hash that, hash that. Oh, look at that. They match. Right? That's it. So the longer the data, the harder it is, because the only way to actually to break a hash is to go through every single combination until you get it.
There you go. Thank you for the masterclass,
Right?
as always.
So there you go. All right.
Nice. Okay, so then we have this on the table potentially. That is going to 100% happen, like we said. I've seen a comment. Someone said, "Thank you, by the way." Someone said, "Everyone is the whole internet is panicking, and these two Bitcoin maxes are the funniest drop ever. Diamond hands in action." Have you seen the meme of the people on the roller coaster first time?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So that's us, right? So it is what it is. And look at this, Bitcoin near all-time high. Again, guys, 104, 103, 107, who cares? And Google searches is near the 5-year low. Why? What do you think this is happening? I have a couple of ideas, but I want to pick your brain here.
Yeah. Well, what's your ideas?
Well, first of all, I think it's because the more the asset is getting well known, the less people are going to use Google to search. Second of all, I think ETF have stolen a lot of kind of Google searches off the table. And whenever people are saying retail is not here, I would like to remind everyone the 70% of the ETF is retail. So,
Yeah, I might beg to differ with the retail in the sense of for the ETF, because it could be a big percentage of what's it called, retirement funds and stuff like that.
small entrepreneur. kind of
Exactly,
thing.
yeah. That makes it easier for them to get into this and stuff like that. So it could be that's the case. Now, what I am noticing, right, is another thing that causes this lack of interest is that Bitcoin, when its interest was high, it was always when it was running. It was running and running and running and running nonstop. So let's just see right here. If it was continued to run, right, from its like 100K peak, it went to 120, 130, 140, 150. This would have been all the way up to 100%.
I agree. Yep. I agree.
Right? People lose interest when price is not doing the uppy thing.
And we haven't gone into the
So
we haven't
so,
gone
yeah.
into the banana zone yet. So I think before we will correct, because we will correct, I agree. We'll have to go to the banana zone, which means Bitcoin has to go to 150, 160, and people are going to go, oh my God, it's going to $1 million, and everyone's going to go in.
So we have to wait for this thing we have to get, but the thing is, right, for this to really pump, head to 100%, we've got to see like a 50 to 100% increase, more than 100% increase. It's got to be like up 200, 300%.
So we are still far away from that.
Exactly. So I don't think this is going to go to its ultimate highs, right, back in 2017.
Until we see some significant price action happening.
No, it's got to, it's in 2017. It was doubling and doubling and doubling like crazy all the time. I mean, when we go back, if we go back to here, this is 2021. Yeah, it was, even then, that was not that crazy, right? But, yeah.
I know what you're saying. And how about this also? How about because the price is quote unquote too high and people can't be bothered to enter because they see it so far away. It's like, oh, Bitcoin is over 100,000. I can't afford it anyway. So who cares? But you know who's interested? And I wish we had a Google chart for that. Institutions. Those people are pouring money into it.
Exactly.
So maybe we shifted from a retail market to a more institutional market.
Yes, exactly, 100%. So the retail is not going to come in until they see like big numbers, right? And they just don't, right? Because everybody here wants the next 100x coin.
Yeah, they're going to go and pick meme coins and Solana or whatever. Right? That makes sense. This is interesting. Tether acquired a 32% almost stake in a Canadian gold mining. How about this? Like, is Tether going into physical gold? I mean, they have plenty of cash around anyway. They also have a Bitcoin reserve, but interesting play. 31.9, 32%. It's a big chunk.
Gold's not going anywhere, and gold's going to probably back up the next monetary system. So that makes sense for them to do that. It's a good play. Because here's the thing, right? People are like, if you ever watch any show or video about how the dollar collapse will occur, right? They make it into a big panic and you can't take money out of your bank account, stores shelves are empty, blah, 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 blah. The problem with that is, whilst money can lose all its value, right? What doesn't lose value is assets, physical things, right? So if physical things is what people own, right? And then paper money is what somebody prints, right? Just not you. Right? All that needs to happen, right, is somebody needs to say, okay, we're going to stop printing and we're going to back up those current printed dollars
with
the asset.
Yeah. Like it was back in the days, right? I mean, Peter Schiff posted tweeted, whatever you say now, you can say tweet, whatever. He posted a thought and he said, well, gold is up 24% in the past week and Bitcoin is correcting. Bitcoin is crap and gold is the thing, yada, yada. But that's what happens always, right? Because Bitcoin is more liquid. It's much easier to sell Bitcoin than gold or your home, right? It's a liquid asset. So, of course, it goes in a different, moves faster, right? But yeah, it's interesting. And he's holding, if you ask me, I would say he's holding very well.
Yeah, and so, yeah, they could do that. And that's the most likely outcome. And so Tether is basically getting ahead of that.
I remember we discussed it, I think it was like a year ago. And we said it wouldn't be a bad idea on the way up to take profit into gold.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing.
So there you go. So that's it. That's why I guess Tether is doing this gold inquiry and gold mining, right? So they're so that they can have that as in their back pockets and stuff like that. And it makes sense. It makes sense. Now the question is, right? If they do it wrong, like for example, after the World War I, the UK went back on a gold standard, but they did it wrong. They repriced gold too low, right? So their coffers emptied, right? Because there's so much dollars, so much pounds out there, right? They're gonna have to make sure that the price
is correct.
And that means, right, it's going to have to. You're gonna have to take all the money supply, which includes the debt itself, and then price that against the gold. So, for example, if they take the 36 trillion in debt plus the cash offsetting cash, plus anybody else going into debt, any corporate debt. any a solid debt, like what's it called? That's not going to default debt, which is like a state and municipal debt. All that has to go into it, and then you divide it by how much gold you've got, and that's would be the best gold price for them to go with, right? Because then people are not going to let go of their bonds to rush into to gold because it wouldn't be worth it because it's just now it's really high and it's just too high. You're like, okay, do I want to do that, right? You're going to hold with the dollars, right? That's what would need to, they'd have to make that sure. Whilst there will be people who do it, it's just it'd be wrong, right?
That'll be an interesting indeed. An interesting thing.
But they may not, right? Because, I don't know. Who knows? Let's see what they do. Right?
All right, Peter, another bear. Interesting because he posted a couple of bullish charts. I gave him a face palm as a comment because he mentioned a 75 crash in Bitcoin. And I'm like, bro, honestly, I don't think we will see, I'm keeping my mind open, like I said earlier, but it's very unlikely we'll see a 75% correction in Bitcoin. Those days are over, I believe. We might see a 50%, right? 40% for sure, maybe even a 60%, potentially. Not tomorrow, I don't think, because we have to go into the banana zone first. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? Do you think we will see an 80%, 70, 76?
I mean, we could be crashing right now. If here's the thing, right now a crash could be we were stuck between 90K and 110.
Yep.
For the next 2-3 years.
That could be the bear market.
That's all a possibility, right? Because, the markets, right? You have a lot of people like they're doing the Michael Saylor thing, right? And the best thing to get them out of the game, right, is to keep the price right in a range, right? So their volatility doesn't go up, and then all of a sudden people stop caring. If it stays too long, people stop caring. People stop doing the stock thing, stop buying.
Yep.
Bitcoin, giving the money to buy Bitcoin, right? Because, well, it's not going up, right? Your stock's not going up. So that's the one thing that could happen wrong.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that one. And think about it, who will sell now? Like, who in the right mind is going to sell Bitcoin at 1,004? Who? Who's going to sell it? Whoever wanted to sell 100,000 already done it.
Yeah,
right?
And here's the thing. Remember, right? Coinbase has got a lot.
True.
Right?
And ETF.
And then they're going to get more. Trust me. The government's going to make sure of that. Right? By making it easier for people to just stay there. Right? By creating laws. Get people to leave their Bitcoin.
Their Bitcoin on the exchange.
On the exchange so that they can take those Bitcoins and keep the price down. Right? Because at the end of the day, even if they get caught, it doesn't matter. All those people are going to get paid out in dollars.
Exactly. So they won't get the asset.
Except
anyway.
for BlackRock, right?
Yeah.
Right? They'll get paid out in dollars. BlackRock will change the laws after the fact and then get paid out in Bitcoin.
That's a good trade.
Yeah. You damn sure that's happening.
Yeah. That's a good trade. That's right there. But I strongly disagree. I don't think 76% is on the table, but hey, time will tell. And no one will sell their Bitcoin once it taps 130,000, the CEO of Bitwise says. Again, I think we're in the kind of mid moment where towards the end of the bull market, right? I mean, I think we've gone...
Yeah, I think you should be selling your Bitcoin at the 130 and just dollar cost averaging into gold.
Yeah. We discussed it a couple of times, and I think, at least this is what I'm doing, I have a portion of my portfolio I will never sell for a longer time, right? But there is a small amount that I can, quote unquote, play the market with, right?
Exactly,
and whenever we get into heated zone like 120, 130, 150, I'll definitely start exchanging some Bitcoin for gold, that's for sure. Because I don't think we are going to be, some people are saying we're going to get $1 million in 2026. I don't think so. I have a my view is very, how do you say it? I can't find the word. Conservative. There you go. Thank you. Much more conservative than, I mean, we will see $1 million eventually, but not in 2026, I don't think.
Ooh, this is not good, right?
It's a dominance, right?
The dominance is dominating. right? We bounced off the key levels. First we couldn't break it, and now we broke it, came back, started going higher, bring back, and started going even higher. This is an indication because the higher probability of us hitting 66 is Bitcoin going down, but not as much as everything else.
Yeah, Bitcoin is taking the spotlight as always. It's Bitcoin season, right? So, how's the Bitcoin Ethereum versus Bitcoin looking?
Let's take a look.
Because we did see a test of a bounce.
Yeah,
right?
It was like, okay, maybe we can go higher. It can go higher.
It could go higher.
Yeah, it's still sideways, right?
Okay, yeah, it bounced a little bit and it's going sideways.
Yeah, it's still sideways, right? But that would be devastating if it came back down here. Devastating.
Oh, yeah.
Because this would indicate that this trend line is still intact. Unlikely because we've closed outside of the trend line, and I think we can make this trend line. We can't make this trend line any more.
Yeah.
We can't angle this any more than it is right now. So, right. So that's the maximum we got, right? And even that's a little bit off, right? Because we can see that if we hit this candle here, let me just hit the magnet.
I agree, by the way. I also think the top is going to be in 2025, yeah. Like any other cycle, to be honest. I agree. Maybe even we finish early because we started early, right?
So we got 2 weeks outside this downward trend, right? So, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's not a lot of data.
It's unlikely that we're going to break back down. Unlikely. So we can
But
say
it would
that.
be horrendous, right?
Oof.
Yeah, that would be bad for Ethereum.
Oof. Damn.
I mean, eventually everything is going to zero versus Bitcoin, right? We all know that. But I was hoping a little bit of, more excitement in Ethereum. But all right, look at this. With all this bullishness, the US Treasury Secretary had this to say.
We will take a close look at regulatory impediments to blockchain, stablecoins, and new payment systems. And we will consider reforms to unleash the awesome power of the American capital markets. Americans deserve a financial services industry that works for all Americans, including and especially Main Street. We will take a close
All right.
look.
Boom. How things are changing in Parliament, right?
Exactly. I mean, who would have thunk it? And price is going down.
I know. That's why you said this morning. It was like, there's so much bullishness. If you think about what the Trump administration is working on and all the people they've been appointed, I mean, the new head of the SEC came out and he says, I like self-custody. The US Treasury is saying, well, we're going to regulate crypto and Bitcoin. I mean, okay, we are at $100,000. I get it. But should we be like at 300K or something? Ethereum be at 20?
I know a lot of things are just like amazing out of the Trump president. I mean, a lot of things are staying the same. Of course, they're spending more money, right? They're not going to balance the budget, right? They're not going to do a lot of things, the right way. But one of the things which is close to me, which I think it's everybody should learn about, right? You know, the vaccines are like full of crap.
Oh yeah, you posted a video yesterday, in the chat.
Yeah. And so I want, that was the YouTuber chat, right? So I want to show you guys this video. This if you go, I know it's off topic, but I have to.
No, go for it.
Peak prosperity. If you go find peak prosperity, you watch the vaccines and lies video that
If you haven't seen this video,
live stream right here. I think this is very important. If you watch all of this, you'll see. I mean, you'll wonder why and how that this man is still freaking alive. Honestly, I don't know. If you watch this whole thing, right, you'll go, how is this guy still alive?
Yeah, he wrote a book. He wrote a book about it, no? Didn't he write a book on health and...
Yeah, exactly. He is stopping a lot of the crime that's going on in government when it comes to vaccines. That I'm at that point of like wondering, And you're not dead yet?
Yeah, fair enough.
What?
Maybe because not many people know. Not enough people know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe somebody
Yeah.
when, I don't know, when that point is going to come.
Exactly. That's probably it. Is people just don't know what he's doing, really don't understand what he's doing. Right?
Probably, yeah. By the way, he was in Nashville last year, and his speech was my absolute favorite. Like, Trump was reading a script, clearly, whether he knew what he was talking about. I actually deeply enjoyed his speech. So, anyway, it's just a fun note.
Speaking about getting more money, more bitcoins, and more of your bitcoins, right?
Yeah. I mean, okay, there is a massive caveat. I'll actually look into this because it seemed really cool. So Coinbase teamed up with American Express to provide a card that's going to allow you to spend Bitcoin and crypto and give you a 4% Bitcoin back. But there is a caveat, which means you have to have some money parked on the Coinbase account. You have to purchase a bunch of tokens and yada, yada, yada. So there is always like the asterisk at the end of it. But to be honest, my American Express in the UAE works exactly the same. I had to deposit money and I can have credit on the money I deposited, right? So it's kind of the same thing. But it looks super cool, to be honest. And but like we said as well, you know, American Express has really high fees. It's not really, I mean, if you are in the US, everyone is taking it. But in Europe specifically, or in the Middle East, not every merchant. I think they charge a stupid fee for
Yeah,
that.
just be careful. If you're doing YouTube videos and stuff like that, and you're spitting any truth, and you're acting like RFK, you be careful, right? This is how they cut you off, right?
Oh yeah,
I mean, the whole Trump family was they know how the game played, right? Because that's what happened to them before they got into politics. So all of a sudden, all their lines of credit got closed down.
oh yeah.
Right?
Eric Trump spoke about it in Vegas. He had so in the VIP area there was a little speech area, whatever, a little podium, and he did a speech on how much they've got beaten by the financial system. That's why they started their own thing, right?
Yeah, their accounts closed, all the stuff, bank accounts closed, everything. Man, you don't. So just keep that in mind, right? I mean, you're probably not going to be that important, right? But if you ever are, right? And if the government tries to sue you or try, like, let's just say they frame you or they charge you for something that you know you didn't commit, the first thing they do is take all your assets, even though you didn't do anything, and you have evidence that you didn't do anything. It doesn't matter. You've got video evidence.
Oh,
You've got video recordings. You've got like people, right? And if they want you,
You'll be terminated.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Your everything's frozen.
And
It's
it's gone. Oh, that's another one we have to record, by the way.
Yeah.
We don't have the sound. And
It's gone.
I want CryptoKid to do it. All right, another good news. Coinbase just partnered up with payment giant Shopify to accept Bitcoin and crypto. Well, first of all, I like that Rizzo said Bitcoin and crypto because he's one of the ones who gets it, but whatever. So this will be massive, right? So Shopify is used by millions of merchants, so they'll have the option to pay with crypto and Bitcoin. So that's awesome.
Nice. Well,
Slowly and
that's-
steady.
That's a step in the right direction, right? It's not as big as a deal anymore as it was maybe like, you know.
Oh, this
10
news 10 years ago would have
Yeah.
people would have lost their mind. Oh my God, it's Shopify. Now it's like, it's just another Thursday, right? Adoption has grown.
Exactly.
Fear and greed. We are back at 61. Not too bad.
That's it, man. Fear coming soon. Coming soon.
In your theater.
Exactly. As soon as we get
Theater
below
news.
100K, fair.
Yeah,
We just have to touch 100K. We're close to it, right?
Super fear.
Super fair.
Do they have a record? Can you scroll down and see? Because last time it was crashed. Can you go to the max and see if it works? Because last time didn't work.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
I need to build our own. Can we build one of these things?
Yeah.
It's every time it's broken. It
Yeah,
bugs me.
we could. You know what? We can just use AI. One of those AI systems. We say copy this website, and they'll copy completely.
So, but then it's not going to work either when it's down.
No, but we can
We'll make
then.
some tunes.
We can then tell the AI to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Solana team should do that.
Yeah.
Hey, copy Solana and fix it. So that sometimes online becomes always online.
Yeah. There's lots of AI systems that will do that. Basically,
Yeah.
you can. I've seen a lot of videos of people showing, hey, you could just say, copy that one side.
That's nuts. You know that sometimes I was talking to my wife last night and I couldn't remember something that happened to a movie. I spoken to the ChatGPT. Said, hey, this thing happened to a movie. I don't remember. It was in the 80s. He came back with the movie.
I know, it's crazy.
I was like, how? I mean, I was rambling in the phone, giving nonsense, and he found the movie.
I know.
That's just crazy.
I know. And the sad thing is,
Crazy.
these AI systems do not memorize the full movie.
Damn.
No, the way the neural net works is similar to what your brain works. It just remembers key points,
The conversation around it.
and key points, and then infers the rest.
That's insane. We're so screwed. But yeah, it is what it is. June is red. Alert! Alert! 13th of June, we are going down 0.3%. Okay, I'll take it. You know, I don't know. I would like to see what summer has for us, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to watch the
We were
calendar.
4% just the other day, just
I
like
know,
2
right?
days ago
I
when
know.
you first.
We were all happy that June was green.
Jesus.
And
It is
it's gone.
gone.
I mean, the month is not over, but now, like you say all the time, in order to go green, we'll have to pump like a bigger amount, right?
Yeah, exactly. 10% almost.
So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen.
7% or something like that. Yeah. Jesus.
I wonder how because the average for June is not great. ETF was actually decent. I mean, BlackRock bought 280. I mean, just BlackRock is just people through BlackRock are buying nonstop. Can you check on ETH, please, and go on the ETF because I've seen.
Can somebody check on Ethereum?
Yeah,
please?
can someone check on it? But look, it's healthy. Look,
Yeah.
240, 125, 112. I mean, it's going up.
Yeah, that's
mean,
true. The
slowly.
treasuries, like, we gotta get going because we're it's like what 10:44, 45.
yeah,
Jesus. Treasuries, they're up like 0.05%. So from last time, right? So that's pretty decent, right? Even though markets come down a little bit, there was been a little bit of selling, and it's selling into these guys' hands, right? So your corporate and ETFs, thank you for providing Bitcoins.
Yeah. Damn.
Because eventually this is going to grow, and it can only grow from, well, actually, not just you, because somebody with a printing press, right? It's going to take it from Coinbase, right? And say, hey, you.
We gotta give you some of these and some of that.
We need to move that over here, right?
Yeah, I mean, the big philosophical question is not you selling, but who's buying always. So these people are there waiting, like the guy behind the tree when someone sells, and they give you the fiat back.
Exactly. And so they because they can't go to every single person. They only go to the big guys. That's why they want big guys in the space, such as Coinbase, right? And Binance, right? They want Binance around, even though, they tried to make an example of them. They wanted Binance around because they need places where they can go to and say,
We need to talk.
we need to do something here.
Yeah.
You're going to help us out, right?
Otherwise, they'll put you in jail and then say, well, come back in a couple of months and see how you feel about that.
Exactly.
Right? That's very much what's happening.
All right, so let me open up our wallet and see what's
okay.
Our wallet's probably just
Okay,
absolutely
I'm
scary.
watching there. I mean, I'm not. Okay. I mean, it could go lower. It could be worse.
We need that sound. That sound out from that sad sound.
Yeah, we need one of those. Da 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 da. I mean,
Or we could use some of my other sounds, right? That I used to use as like. How about like from let's see here. I should not do this, but because we don't have time, but I have to. It's let's see here. Now what are we going to do?
Oh, we also need in the
Alien.
pipe 5x5. That's what we need from Alien. The pipe 5.
Oh, yeah, we could. Aliens. Oh my God, I can't find it. Okay, whatever. But you know what I'm talking about. When Hicks was like, saying, now what we're gonna do? We're in pretty deep shit now.
Yeah. Alien sound.
Yeah, let's get that one.
Yeah. Okay, I'm taking notes. Sounds.
All right.
Okay, perfect.
First off, let's start off with Cat.
Oh, cat died and then it died again. Well, he had 9 lives,
Yeah, I know.
so he could go lower. He could die 9 times.
We need to not
higher.
could go lower. Damn, Cat. Damn.
This is such a cool thing.
I know. I think we got rugged.
Yeah, it's possibly. That's another sound. I think we got rugged. I think we got
I
rugged.
think we got rugged.
We're gonna use that a lot. Hopefully not. Yeah, this looks a bit, sad. Mm-hmm. Oh, Rago Duty.
Welcome Duty's still alive. Look.
Okay.
It's just gone sideways. Dude, come on.
I bought Chainlink last night. Yes. I bought some Chainlink indeed. I'm a Marine. Chainlink Marine. Yeah, let's buy some Chainlink. Indeed, we should have it up there instead of Solana.
Mamma mia.
Ooh, this didn't rug.
No,
yet.
it did not rug yet. But look, it's like almost head and shoulders better. But this is not good. This is death sign, right?
Let's do some yoga.
Yeah, exactly. but guys, look at what happened. We got paid.
We got paid? Mm-hmm. On what?
We pulled out. We pulled out. We pulled out.
We pulled out in time? Oh my goodness. We completed? No way. We pulled out in time of Mama? That's amazing. That's a tough one to do. That's a tough one to do. I thought we would have stayed in longer. Damn.
Oh, damn.
So we went all out or we left some
We're
in?
all out, man.
All
we
out.
went out. All out.
So we're going back in?
No.
How about no? What is the
Yeah, he said-
How about no?
Damn, dude. Take a look at this chart. This chart.
I mean, we pull out a Mama. Yes. This is amazing. And we need to go back in. We have to do it.
That's degenerate, man. That's degenerate to the nth degree.
I know, but
That's degenerate.
but it could go higher.
It could go higher.
Plus, if you're having fun, you have to do it again, right?
Oh,
Unless we find another Mama.
I'm just loath to get into that dirtiness, man. Loath.
I look at it. I'm ready. Plus, we've done it once. We can do it again, right? So. How about this? We double. What if we go
Okay, we'll put some of our profits in.
exactly? We're going in with whatever we won. That's what a true degenerate.
Yeah, we'll put in whatever we want.
So that if anything, we lost.
Yeah, so we won't lose our PPs.
the jokes.
We won't lose our
jokes.
PPs.
The jokes are bad. Never pull out of Mama. Exactly. Pump that Mama. We gotta do it.
Oh my god.
We gotta do it. We gotta go back in. We gotta go
Oh, I
back
feel dirty. I feel dirty.
in. Yeah, but that's exactly what.
Are we gonna put a condom on at least?
No. This is money we can go on.
Wow.
We're just going in raw.
Wow.
Right?
That's nasty, man. That's nasty.
She made more videos.
Did you guys see this? Well, we figured it out.
Yeah, it's AI.
It's AI, 100%.
100%. Because there is a point where she's moving the phone and the phone is flying in between hands.
Yeah, and then the house changes slightly,
Yeah, the house
like the
changes.
chandeliers.
Ooh, there's one on the beach. That's
Oh,
new.
look at that. Yeah.
That's it. Mm-hmm. And there's one in the car.
Yeah. So she's AI. right?
Yeah,
This is
super
all-
AI, super AI.
right?
Amazing. There's one in the closet. Oh,
So that's good. That's good that they moved it, because then they were like, you could tell that she was AI. And then take a look at this stupid fake car, right? Of course.
Yeah, this is fantastic. And also the clothing now. She's always dressed up.
Yeah. So they're figuring out that they have to change things up a little bit, right?
Exactly.
Oh, so how are you backwards in the?
Yeah, how do you film this? What? That doesn't even make sense. This is not even like
exactly.
You can't film in a Lambo like this.
And then she lets go with her.
Yeah, the phone flies. Okay, great.
Yeah, that's veil, because look, it's 8 seconds, 6. So they're just, this is enough credits, right? So that they can do these things, right?
Yeah, super AI. But that's why we are in McDonald's. This is the McDonald's. Perfect. I mean, kudos, right?
Yeah, they did a good job here.
I mean, we have to go back when the AI was in the first house. We had to look into.
Yeah, exactly.
Videos,
Yeah, we looked into wow, they're doing all that. Wow, they're really pumping them out.
Yeah. Back in the
See now they've see. Look at this one right here. She's like got the camera and.
Hey, my dark chocolate king. I would never liquidate you on mama. Hey, my dark chocolate
She's got her
king.
hands in the.
I would never
the audio.
liquidate you on mama.
You see what she's saying?
Down
Yeah.
and chill by the pool with me.
It's probably a fat 12 years old into a basement.
Exactly, I know.
ChatGPT.
I know.
Make the mama into a Lambo.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We don't have enough. We don't have enough, mama. That's it.
If it doesn't break here and go higher, it's over.
You gotta have faith. She's doing yoga.
Damn.
That's it. This could be the one.
This is disgusting.
We could retire the bloodline by going in mama.
This is disgusting.
It's probably the bottom of the barrel. But hey, this is bullish.
Oh my God.
I like this. Mr. M is conservative investor while owning Bitcoin. Yes. Yeah, I have a very conservative price of Bitcoin. By the way, we have Mama.
Yes, and Bitcoin. Yes.
Bitcoin, yes. And cat.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go into the trenches.
All right. That's a good one, Rafa. Rafa. This is disgusting, and we're going for it. Yes.
Damn. Damn.
That's what we're here for, right? At the end of the day, that's for the jokes. All right, I'm feeling this, whatever it is.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What's wrong with you? Aren't you a designer? This is not a good design.
Perfection, right there. Look at that. Bean. It's a happy bean. Fantastic. All in. All in the bean. Look. This is it, man. This is the one that we've been looking for. This is the bean.
Somebody took a pen on an iPad, draw some not so perfect circle, put 2 dots and a smile.
$2 billion market cap. Right here, right there. Bean. It's bean. Done. Easy. How many people are on Twitter here celebrating the bean?
I don't know.
Done.
I don't know.
77,000 views. Look at that. Boom. That's just going to the moon. Is something a grok did, by the way?
I'm confused.
Black beans, yes. Bean equal minimal effort. Welcome to crypto.
I know.
Exactly. Obvious coin.
Wow.
This is the obvious choice.
What's the market cap? It's 1.4 million.
That's what I'm saying. See, this is going to, the bean is going to go. It's going to fly.
How about no?
It's going to fly.
I'm going to pass. But
You're not feeling the bean?
We can keep it up to see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Because maybe I'm wrong, but
Usually these things they tend to rug. But look,
think?
look how many copied it. Like they have like many options.
Fart bean.
So he's leading the pack, and people.
Yeah, there's another one with 4 million. No. Okay, this is just. I thought it was 4 million market cap,
How about fart bean?
but it's 4 million in volume.
See, he's leading fart bean. It's going to be a new bean season. It's going to the moon. To copycats and everything. So it's happening. Look at that. He's going to pump.
Against my better judgment.
I can't believe I convinced you to buy bean. Let's fucking go. We just put like $20 in. Nothing crazy, right? I mean, it's just bean.
Oh my god.
Obvious coin, yes.
Are we going to put protection on this?
Yeah.
Are we going to go raw on bean?
That's a good one.
Are we going to do a raw beans?
Shall we ask the chat and see what they think?
Okay, yes.
Like, guys, put 1 if you want us to go in with protection, or put 0 if you want us to go in with no protection, meaning we are not selling bean. Let us know what you want us to do. I'm just going to say no. What is this?
I have no idea.
Hey. Oh, this is the Iran thing. You know the iShowSpeed guy who challenged the guy with the morning routine into a run? And he won 4 times in a row?
What? Really? What?
I think it's this thing.
I don't think so, because this is not.
No, that's lemons? What?
Yeah, exactly. It's just
Okay.
not.
I'm surprised they have not done the coin. Okay, there's a bunch of people there saying raw. Okay, go in raw. Bear bean.
Wow.
One. Let the gas go. 1. Yeah, guys, we have to go. 1. There is zeros. Okay, some ones. 1. Okay. And they want us to put protection on.
Wow.
1. Okay, protect the beans.
Protect the beans? Okay, good. Yes, I know. Just like I feel like I don't want to have jock itch.
0. There you go. That's my
Jock
people.
itch.
0.
Jock itch from not putting the protection on the bean.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Kind of 50-50 though. There's a bunch of 1s, a bunch of 0s, but I think the 1s are slightly the upper hand.
Hey, M2 money supply. Let's go for it. It's always going up
Yeah.
till it goes down.
I mean, we bought bean. You can choose whatever. You can choose whatever you want.
Damn.
You can go whatever you want after.
Man. We
0,
missed this.
okay. Okay, 0. I like the 0. I'm on the 0 team, but
Okay,
I understand the
you know
1.
what? I'm just gonna put protection on bean and
Look at that, it's pumping.
Yes, so that we can protect ourselves and sell everything.
No, we don't sell everything. Leave a little bit.
What?
Because it could go to the moon and back. Maybe we sell,
Half?
a little bit more than half.
Half.
Like 80%, and we leave that 20% for the moon. The moon landscape. See, Laura. See,
Wow.
vamos. Laura knows 0.
Wow.
Mr. M by Mr. Bean. Exactly.
Wow.
I think that 20%, because that's the thing. If we do sell everything, what happens if it pumps further?
Yeah, well, that's not likely.
That's a missed
It
opportunity.
could go higher,
It could go higher.
Exactly.
but unlikely.
Maybe a smidge, like a 10, 20%.
Yeah,
That's
like
it.
hen, right? That went on. That did well, right?
Yeah. Okay, I feel you. Oh, the bucket. The bucket was a bear.
All right, well that's it. Let's just go to the Q&A because we're running out of
Going
time.
over time, yeah. I've saved a few. Is Bitcoin going lower? Well, we discussed it kind of previously, right? So this one is interesting. Total bear markets have you been in? Well, Da Vinci is from the beginning, right? The old all the bear market, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I witnessed I didn't witness the bear market from 0 to 32 cents and back down to a few cents, right?
Yeah, that was probably
That was between 2010 and
very early days.
and September area. 2010, June 2010 till then, right? There was a lot of volatility then. But after that, the 2011, I bought in 2011 as it was breaking out to hit a dollar in March of 2011, and then it just went up nonstop from there and up to $32 and then crashed all the way down to $2.
Nice. Yeah, for me it was the one after. It was 2013 all the way to where we are now. So, yeah, but Da Vinci's seen them all. Okay, Da Vinci, how do I reach out on you to get some personal guidance? You have a page, right, where people can...
Yeah. If you just go down, there's in the links in the description. You can... I know it's expensive, but you know what? Everybody wants to talk to me, so...
Yeah, I mean,
what it is.
Exactly. It's the supply and demand, right? Ethereum $2,300. Is it likely the bottom for Ethereum?
No. If we break the 2,300, we're going all the way down to 1,800. So you better hope. I mean, there's no guarantees of that, but if you have to base it on the balance of probabilities, if you look at the chart analysis, right, and we bring up the chart, so let's bring up a chart quickly. You can see, right, whenever markets trade and they trade lower, right, and you're trading lower or higher, it doesn't matter. You look left, right, and if you see, like if in this case, if it's going lower, if you see green bars, well, it's got to refill all the green bars.
And the green bar is 1/8, right?
So all the way down. That's only if it breaks this level.
2,300, right?
That's a higher probability that it's going to come all the way down. There's no guarantees of that, of course. It could just be a fake out, but the odds are against you.
So if it does break 2.3, then 1/8 is the next one in line.
Yeah. So your odds are against you. That's how you have to look at it, right? So even though it might just go, down and bounce, that was just luck if it does that.
Okay, thank you. Last one. Any rate cuts this year? It's a good one. Your thoughts? I think we will see probably September. I don't know if you agree. I think in September they're going to cut. That's what I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have to cut because, if the government's going to go so much in debt and they got to roll over like 10 trillion in debt, they can't roll it over with higher rates, right? So.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. That's it for today.
Awesome.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Happy weekend. Cheers.